Chapter 3 Beyond the Mountain. Come, Kandima, Mother called the next morning. Tuan is ready to go. Be a good girl. I know God will be with you. Mother and father hugged their little girl goodbye as Tuan took Kandima's hand. Tuan looked down at Kandima. Are you a good traveler? We have a long journey ahead of us. Kandima said nothing, but inside she was happy and excited. The trip through the jungle was long and hot. Tall trees crossed overhead. The path through the jungle was damp and slippery. In the treetops, monkeys called to one another. Towards the end of the afternoon, Kandima heard strange noises she had never heard before. The noises frightened her, so she squeezed Tuan's hand tightly. The dirt path widened and became a paved road. There stood the strangest creature Kandima had ever seen. It was large and red. It had smoke coming out of its back and stood there rumbling and shaking. Suddenly it gave a roar and Kandima pulled her hand away from Tuan's and ran back towards home as fast as her tired little legs could go. Tuan ran after her and scooped her up in his arms. You don't need to be afraid, Kandima, he explained. This is a bus. We will ride it down the road to my house. Kandima had never seen a bus before, but soon she was sitting on Tuan's lap while the bus traveled to the great city. To Kandima, it seemed like the bus was flying. She felt like a bird with wings going fast through the air. At sundown, the bus stopped in front of a big house. The door to the house opened and children came rushing down the steps toward that bus. Daddy! They seemed to all shout together. Tuan hugged and kissed his children. Soon the laughing and shouting settled down enough so Tuan could introduce Kandima. Kandima couldn't understand their words, but she knew that everyone wanted to make her feel happy and welcome. Sibinella, the gardener, came in. Tuan, he said with a big smile, please allow me to keep the little mountain child for the night. She may feel lonesome, and we can speak her language. His wife, Siondoi, was waiting for her with dinner ready. After dinner, Sibinel tucked Kandima into a comfortable bed. She was too tired to think about mother or father, her brother, sister, or even her friends. She didn't think of anything. She fell fast asleep. The next day was a busy one for Kandima. Today you need to get ready for your boat trip to Singapore, Tuan explained. Kandima watched as Sanduai washed and scrubbed her dress with lots of soap. Your dress will be all clean for your boat ride to Singapore, the children told her. The tall woman whom Kandima was to call Auntie, because the other children did, sat at a machine that could sew. Kandima watched Auntie sew pretty squares of fabric together. I'm making this for you. It will be your very own pillow. You will need a pillow on the boat ride to Singapore. Auntie stood up from the sewing machine and took Kandima's hand. It's time to take your bath and have your hair shampooed and cut. Bath? Shampoo? How will I do that here? Kandima wondered. She had always done that in a mountain stream back at home. Kandima had never seen a bathroom before. She was so busy looking at everything in the bathroom that Auntie had a hard time washing her hair. Kandima laughed and laughed at the bubble bath. She wished she could stay in the tub a lot longer. Tuan was finished trimming Kandima's hair. His daughter Nancy came running with the mirror. Kandima had never looked in a mirror before. Now for the first time, she saw how horrible her eyes were. It was such a frightening sight that she hid her face in Tuan's shirt. For the first time since leaving her village, Kandima cried. Tuan took Kandima on his lap. Did you see how beautiful your new haircut is? Your cheeks are rosy and no one has a sweeter smile than you do. Tomorrow we leave for Singapore to have your eye fixed so it will look nice again. Kandima did not sit and think about her eyes for very long. She was in for a big surprise. While Kandima had been getting her hair cut, Tuan's daughters were busy looking for dresses that would fit her. Soon the girls appeared with blue, pink, and yellow dresses. As Auntie filled a suitcase for Kandima, she packed 6 little dresses that all fit perfectly. Then Nancy brought a pair of pajamas with pink roses on them. Kandima had never seen anything so beautiful. She wanted to put them on right then and wear them. Not now, Auntie said. These are to wear while you're in the house of sickness in Singapore. These are to wear to bed. Kandima wondered what a house of sickness was. But there wasn't any time to ask questions. Tomorrow they were sailing to Singapore, where Kandima would get strong medicine for her eyes. As the day grew to an end, the children gathered for evening worship. They prayed that the doctors in Singapore would make Kandima's eyes new again.